back again with #Quarantine Kitchen. And I'm here with my good friend Lola. Hi, Lola. And here with our wonderful friend, Bernot.
Well, before I tell you what I picked, let me tell you what I didn't pick. I thought I could get. I thought I could get around the whole no sugar by saying, "Oh well, no added sugar," and just make ice cream bread, which is 2 ingredients, super simple. But the big problem there is sugar in ice cream, and ice cream currently in our household is it's a rare item. It's
a hot commodity.
Yeah, and if I go and I burn through a whole quart of ice cream, the rest of my family's going to kill me. So
you may not wake up in the morning.
Then I thought I could do lemon bars, but that has sweetened condensed milk in it, and that's still kind of also cheating because there's I'm sure it's processed sugar or corn syrup that's in there. But then I thought, well, what can I make that's going to be sweet that just doesn't have any sugar in it?
Okay, the last thing I heard was the condensed milk.
Yeah, so that to me was kind of cheating using the condensed milk. And then I was thinking I could go with baklava, but I don't have a filo dough, and I don't really feel like making filo dough. But you can get away with puff pastry sometimes with baklava, and that's just using honey. But honey's really kind of a sugar, right? So
no, I said processed sugar.
Yeah, I know.
That's true. Honey's natural.
I'm going to assume you don't have any sugar or honey or any other way of sweetening something in your kitchen, and you want something sweet. And that's kind of what I built this around. So I'm going to make muffins today.
All right.
Using no sugar.
Muffins are good.
Well,
no sugar.
Technically, no sugar. I'm going to make my own sugar.
Is this like a diabetes thing?
Oh, that sounds good.
Are you doing like insulin and that's how you're making your own sugar? Because that's what diabetics do to make their own sugar.
That's what they do to process sugar. And yeah, kind of along those lines, but in a different chemical reaction. Brewers will know this is mashing.
No idea.
The conversion of grains to sugar.
Oh, you're brewing beer.
No, I'm making muffins.
You're making beer muffins?
Yeah, sure. We'll call it that.
Like that. I would like that. I would like that very much.
Well, I chose a simple path, and I didn't cheat.
I heard that. I heard that shade.
Honey.
Okay.
Honey's natural. Like agave.
It's raw and unfiltered, so it's it's not processed except by the honey, except by the bees.
Mm-hmm. They process. They're in a factory, a little bee factory.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Now, because our stores are almost completely out of flour, rice, beans, everything, the one thing they do have is Bisquick.
Yay!
I figure a lot of households are going to appreciate this because it's going to be really, really simple. I'm going to make rolled stuffed biscuits.
That sounds awesome.
I'm going to slightly ruin your recipe there. Read the ingredients off on your Bisquick. Dun, dun, dun.
No, nobody likes to know it all.
Wheat flour, niacin, iron, thiamine, riboflavin, folic, cornstarch, dextrose. Oh, dextrose, yeah.
Keep going.
Canola oil, salt, and distilled monoglycerides. And aluminum phosphate.
Yeah, sometimes they actually call out straight up sugar, but yeah,
monocalcium phosphate.
Yeah. But we'll let that slide because
there are different things go into Bisquick.
Yeah, I was going to use Bisquick, but I actually have buttermilk pancake mix.
Wow.
So I'm just going to go with the buttermilk pancake mix and a little bit of whole wheat flour to add a little more sweetness to it. And I don't have a recipe for this.
My other ingredient, my other sugary ingredient is apples.
Well, that's not where I'm going to get my sweetness from. So to get I'm going to have to start this relatively soon because there is a period of time that's going to need to go by. So what I've got here is about a half a cup of oats.
Nice.
And what I'm going to do with the oats is I'm going to heat them up in the microwave to gelatinized the oats, pull some of those starches out, and then I'm going to use this magical thing that I got over at the homebrew called glucoamylase.
I thought that was from the Hobby Lobby or something.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. It's from Brewcraft.
Yes, it does. It looks like paint or ink or something.
Well, what it is it's an enzyme that converts starches to sugars around about 70 degrees, so basically room temperature. And what you would normally use this for in brewing is maybe you want a really, really dry beer. You want to make sure it's nice and crisp and thin. You might add this to your fermenter to break down any complex sugars. This will convert starches and sugars down to is it maltose or dextrose? It's one of the more simple sugars that the yeast are more likely to eat instead of the longer chain
probably dextrose.
So I'm going to get started with that. I'm going to add just enough water in here to get myself a nice slurry, and then I'm going to pop in the microwave, and I'll be right back.
Okay. And we're off to the races.
While he's doing that, I'm actually going to do the beer portion.
Yay! The best part.
Yay! Today's Beery Good Entertainment has Red Hook Big Ballard Imperial IPA.
For the money,
Red Hook is really coming forward and providing a nice big beers for really cheap. This was $1.99.
Yeah, for the money, the Red Hook can't be beat.
That's great.
And I as well have a beer.
I have two glasses here. Because we always have to make sure and feed the producer. Nice amber orange, clear, with a big fluffy white head. Smells like a pale orange, not like a super woohoo, but not bad at all.
And those are fresh out of the microwave. Those need to cool down.
Just a little happy, just a little orangey. It's very pleasant. And it's 8.6%, so I better be careful. I've started my dessert out by scalding the milk. I'm going to need to warm the milk up because I do not believe in actually doing any baking with cold milk.
I'm going to need to let that cool down for a little bit, so we'll just give this a little stir and let it set. That'll be one of the last things I add in. Today for beer, I have something from the archive. This is a Stone Shokoveza. And that actually kind of gave me some ideas for flavoring in my muffins. I really love this beer. This one's 8.1%. They vary a little bit from year to year. It's an annual, comes out around September, October, November, December. It's a great beer to have in December. And it's based on Mexican chocolate. So it's cocoa, coffee, peppers, vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg.
That sounds delicious.
I think I sent you guys one of these once upon a time.
You did, and we thoroughly enjoyed it.
And this one is bottled on 11/12/2015. So we're going to see how that changed. Still has a little tiny bit of carbonation. Oh, there's an extra Lola now.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, my goodness.
There's almost no coffee note left to it. It's all chocolate and cinnamon and nutmeg. The chili peppers almost completely gone. And the vanilla is kind of mellowed out a bit.
Yeah, you really can't expect chili peppers to hang around in a beer past the first couple of months.
Yeah. It's still spot on a great beer. It's nice and smooth. Okay.
Just at 115. It's I have a little bit over 2 cups of Bisquick.
And I'm going to add in just a little cool water to kind of cool this down because I need to get this process going. And the enzyme works at around 70 degrees, and above 70 degrees is nature's. And I went with a half cup. This is some pretty potent stuff. I read the information sheet on it, and its dosage rate is measured in gallons per hectoliter. And since I don't have a hectoliter of grain,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I'm not actually worried about converting all of this starch to sugar because I wouldn't use a half a cup of sugar in my muffins. I just want to sweeten it a little bit, so we're just gonna put it in there and let her go for 20 minutes or so, and then we'll add it to our batter. But first, I got to get it down to 70 degrees, and it's still pretty warm. Put an ice cube in there.
Now it's starting to stiffen up a little. I think I'm going to need more Bisquick than I thought I did.
Title of your sex tape. Sorry.
And I still haven't started my apple yet.
No,
What?
Nothing? What?
I heard you.
You heard me.
Lola,
Starting to stiffen up.
There may be children watching this.
If there are children watching, then they're tougher than most children, and they need to know the truth. Life sucks.
So does the lack of sugar.
Okay.
Sai is teaching children how to get around the restriction
of having malted grain. Now, if I had some milled barley,
having no sugar. So if you have no sugar in the house, all you need to go and just go make your own.
Store. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put one more ice cube in there and call it.
Apple.
And we've got a nice little oatmeal going there.
Lola and our producer.
So you see how thick and gloppy that is. If I'm successful in the conversion, that will that will turn very liquidy. Okay. We're just going to put a teeny weeny amount. Oh, it doesn't have a dropper. Oh, that's just terrible. Ooh, that's probably plenty. Stir that in.
Apple peelings, which I'm going to put in the freezer because I'm very good about putting all scraps together for broth.
Okay. We're just going to set that aside and let it go. And then we're going to start our batter. I'm going to just guesstimate on these things. Because like I said, I'm kind of making it up as I go. So I'm going to go with about a cup of buttermilk pancake mix. This already has eggs. And it's one of those just add water. Actually, I'm going to go a cup and a half. It's a just add water type deal.
Yeah.
And we're going to put in some whole wheat flour, about a half cup. And let's see, how are we going to do this? We'll put in a little bit of baking powder just to get a little extra rise. And to make up for the fact that I don't have that all.
I'm cutting my apples up into little bitsy bits, and then I'm going to cook them just like I would cook an applesauce with some water and a generous portion of honey. I am not going to measure the honey. I'm just going to do it to taste.
Now there's 6 windows. We're going to add a little bit of cocoa powder.
Actually, one apple gives me quite a lot of apple. These are pink lady apples.
Another spoonful.
Just a little bit of water. Not a whole lot of water in the pot, just enough to cover. And I'm going to boil them.
And we're going to add a little cinnamon.
This way.
Okay.
There we go. And I'm going to go back to my Bisquick.
Mind your Bisquick.
And we're going to give it a couple shots of fresh nutmeg.
Ooh. Several shots of nutmeg.
Nutmeg, awesome.
It is. It's delightful, but I hardly ever use the real thing. The whole nutmeg, because I can hardly ever find it.
Costco has a big thing, and they last for years.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I guess I could order it on Amazon if I was feeling lucky.
Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I also, in my travels around the kitchen looking for stuff I could make, found a very ripe banana. We're going to go ahead and...
Oh, banana's good.
Bananas are nice and sweet, but they're also quite starchy. So we're just going to add this right into our enzymatic mash and see if we can get some of those starchy bits converted to sugar and also add a little extra sweetness. Boop, boop, boop.
That's the weirdest cocktail I've ever seen.
Oh, now the Bisquick is starting to take on the texture of dough.
Ooh.
That smells really good, actually.
Oh, what's your favorite recipe or favorite dessert of all time?
Oh, me? Oh.
Yes, you.
Probably. What's that? The chocolate cake that's like a volcano.
Lava cake.
Yeah, lava cake. Probably that.
Lava cake.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate I love those, especially when they're all like the lava is totally hidden and you don't know it's there, and you put your fork into it and you're just like, oh yeah.
And it's so warm. I love it when it's warm and it makes the cake warm, and you're like, oh my god, I'm dying.
Okay. And we're going to add in some toasted walnuts.
Okay. Are they toasted because they're drunk?
No, they're toasted because I put them in the oven earlier today.
Oh, okay. That's like toasted.
And to toast walnuts, you basically stick them in your oven at 325 for, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes. Every 5 minutes, go in there, give them a little stir, and then when you can smell the walnuts outside of the oven, that's when they're done.
Okay. I wonder what the difference is between toasted and roasted.
It probably refers to the same thing. They're not fresh walnuts. The fresh walnuts are a little chewier.
Toasted usually has heat coming down from on top, and it doesn't reach like the middle. A roasting has the heat going all the way through the item.
All the way, like when you roast a pig, that obviously goes all the way through because you have to make sure it's done. Okay.
Well, and these are probably roasted because I didn't boil them.
Toasted is a little more light, I would say. Light, roasted, it's very robust. Roasted.
And just to give this a little more cakey quality, I'm going to add a couple of eggs. We're going to start our oven. Okay. Give this a little bit of a stir. I need a lot more liquid than that. Let's see how this is coming. Oh yeah. See how runny it's already becoming.
Is that the stuff breaking down the sugar?
Yep.
Oh, science.
It's breaking down the starches and turning them to sugars. It'll also break down sugars into simpler sugars. Amazing little enzyme. It's essentially Beano. So if you've ever had Beano, if you can't get a hold of glucoamylase, just get yourself some Beano and crush up the Beano. It's the same enzyme.
Oh, secret ingredient.
Good to know.
And like I said, this will continue to work until the enzyme's completely used up or you denature it, which you can. So when you're brewing with this, you can actually put it in your mash to convert more of your mash. Maybe you get a stuck mash, where you're not hitting your numbers like you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You could dump some of this in there, and then when you hit your numbers, you kick it over to boil, and that'll denature the. But you'd have to cool your wort down to do that, I guess. Like I said, it's 70 degrees, and I think we're there. I'm just going to go ahead and dump that right on in and figure out how much water I'm going to need to make that into a batter.
We lost Linda. Where'd Linda go?
I can hear her.
I'm right here.
Okay, we don't see
Right
you.
here. I'm just pounding out dough.
Title of your sex tape.
I used my little cookie cutter to make the largest cookie cutter I have to make biscuit crayons.
So what we got is a nice,
And I'm keeping an eye on my apples.
nice runny kind of lumpy batter here. I might have to throw a little more flour in there. That's a little too thin. Also into this, I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract, just a little spooch. And I kind of figured orange would go with all these flavors as well. So I'm going to dash in some
Orange and chocolate.
Yeah, some Angostura orange bitters. Boop, 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 boop. Love these things.
Bitters are useful in so many ways.
I think I'm going to put just a little more flour in there. Just a little.
Better turn down my heat and add the honey.
There we go.
Awesome.
Say that again.
Oh man, the whole kitchen smells like real honey now.
Oh, okay. I can't think of anything. Do you want to get us something to eat while you're out? Not really. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's about where I want it. Okay.
That looks almost like chocolate pudding, Si.
It does. Lumpy chocolate pudding, but chocolate pudding nonetheless. It smells amazing. I didn't really put a lot of chocolate in it, just enough to kind of flavor it, but not really enough to suggest there's chocolate, but not enough to overpower it and make you think this is a brownie. Get our.
My dough is being mean to me.
Who's being mean?
There we go. Now it's flattening out. 2, 3.
Man, Clint said they were going out to a different grocery store. I should have gone just to get out of my neighborhood. I haven't been out of my neighborhood in 14 days. Oh, no.
It's very rough staying at home, isn't it? It is so
Very
rough.
fun. It was all right at first. I need to get out.
I'll be honest, I don't mind it at all. I've always been a homebody.
I took some of my mother's vitamin D.
When you think of the people that are out there getting sick and dying, like all of a sudden you don't want to go out anymore.
I know. Well, I'm still sure I had it. I mean, I'm absolutely sure. I know I felt different than I've ever felt in my life. And so that was a week ago that those symptoms abated. So I feel pretty secure that I would be okay if I went out. I don't know. But yeah. It would I mean, I don't miss
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Oh yeah, I started feeling better like a week ago. So it was only a week. I was down for a week and then bounced right back. But I could tell something was wrong. It was not anything I felt before. It's weird. But I don't mind being at home. It's just I haven't, except for to go to the grocery store down the street, I haven't been anywhere. And it's kind of, I'm not used to it. I'm like, I just kind of want to see other places. Weird.
Okay, that's kind of uncanny how that just managed to work out.
Seasonings.
We ended up with I think about 2 cups of pancake mix and a half cup of wheat flour, and that looks like it's perfect to fill 12 muffins. Now the question is, will it rise? Will it bake?
Mini muffin.
Will it muffin?
Let's see.
Smells good though. That banana smells great.
I'm gonna go the apple pie route and do cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger in mine.
Oh, ginger and apples. That's the good.
Again, I don't measure, but if you are measuring, then just do about a quarter of the ginger that you're doing cinnamon. My oven isn't even up to temperature yet. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Oh, mine's not either.
I think we're honey. Mine's drying out.
Did I forget anything? I did not. Look at that. We'll call that a perfect brew day. I didn't forget anything.
Wow.
There goes my oven.
I feel like I should have made these apples smaller.
And I'm going into a 350 oven for.
Jill girl is in our chat, and she says that she hopes that you're better, Lola.
Thank you. I do feel better. It's been a week since I had any symptoms, but the symptoms I had were weird. Just constant headache, constricted throat, coughing, sneezing, vomiting, digestive issues. There's something else. I don't remember what else, but there's other stuff. It lasted a week and then it went away.
I feel like I should have made these apples smaller, but I think they'll be okay if I just put them on the dough carefully.
Okay. Well, just be mindful.
Carefully.
I'm going to take a sip of beer and then start assembling.
Great minds think alike.
So
You
here,
said that right as I reached for my beer.
here are my lovely little rounds, and I have enough for about 6. I'm just going to add the apple in the middle and push the edges together on top, and I hope they don't fall apart.
Linda, we still can't see you.
I can see her.
You can, I can't. That's weird. Huh.
You can't see me. Can you?
No.
Yeah, I'm up there.
Oh, I'm on my phone. Okay, now I clicked it a few times. I'm on my phone. That must be why. Now I can see you. That's weird.
Where? Spoon. Apple. There we go. Oh, actually, this goes pretty well.
There's a 50-50 chance I end up with scones instead of muffins.
Hey, I made some mean scones.
Like
if I had more energy and ingredients, I would have made scones. I make some mean scones, and mean in a good way, not in a it's gonna make you sick way.
You know, my favorite scones are mint chocolate chip.
That would be good. Okay. I experimented with different ones, but I ended up liking the blueberry
Which is
ones.
weird because I have all the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Lola, I keep cutting you off because I'm hearing myself and you after everybody starts talking.
That's okay. That's no problem. And I didn't hear what you just said. What did you just say?
I said I actually, it's weird. I have all the ingredients for mint chocolate chip scones.
Really? Okay.
I do because I have, and I'm going to get it. Ta-da!
Andes, I love those
Mint
things.
chocolate chip wafers.
Those things are good. I like those things. All right. You are apocalypse ready.
Now I have to wash my hands because I touched the box.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. It's been more than a few days, right?
Yeah. So, Sai, did your oven come to temperature? Did you get them in there?
Yeah, they're in. They got. I put a timer for 20 minutes, and we'll see where we're at.
Oh.
Pancake muffins.
I have way more apples than I needed.
You and your Andes made me think we have these mini dark chocolate peanut butter cups.
You know what I got at the grocery store the other day? They were buy one, get one free. They're these little petit fours. They come in packs of 3, and there's like 3 packs to a box or something. Oh, they were so good.
Oh, what's a petty for?
It's like a multi-layer. It's like a little cake, almost a candy-sized cake. Go ahead, Linda.
They're actually simple to make too.
I think she might be a little bit delayed, and that's where we're running into the overtalk.
Petit fours are good. They're like little cakes with like cream all around. So they're like kind of candy, but really cake. And I got one that's like rainbow, which I like the best, different flavors. And then they had peanut butter and chocolate, which is like alternating peanut butter and chocolate, but I didn't care for that too much.
I just asked that because it's I can't remember the punchline to the joke, but that's part of the joke. What's a petty for?
Oh, there's a joke?
Yeah, I don't remember the joke though.
Oh, what is a petty for?
Oh,
it's like what's a henway, right?
What is a henway?
About 2 pounds.
Ah, okay. So what is a petty for? Okay, Linda gets it. What is a petty
Yeah,
for?
she is delayed. She is delayed.
Okay. What is a petty for?
Oh, this actually might works much better.
What you eating under there?
Who? Me?
Yeah, what you eating under there?
I feel like this is a joke. I should know.
I didn't know it either.
Hey Lola, what you eating under there?
Nothing.
Yeah, it works on my kids, doggone it.
Why?
You're supposed to say underwear.
Okay, that made me laugh.
Okay. Underwear.
Underwear.
Eating
I'm
under there.
eating underwear. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm smarter or dumber than the kids because I didn't quite get what I was supposed to say.
Okay, these are almost ready to go in the oven.
Yay.
Look at this. Cy made a more elaborate dessert, and he's already got his in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just dump it together and hope for the best. We still don't know if this is going to work out.
I have to see. That's experimentation.
Well, I can pretty much say that even if you screw up my recipe, you're going to wind up with something edible.
That's good. That's important. I always say how it tastes is the most important thing. Don't look at how it looks. That doesn't matter.
Well, it matters if that's what you're going for, but that's okay. It's okay if it doesn't look right.
Yeah, I may end up with warm banana chocolate pudding with walnuts in it. But that's okay.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
I think that's still going to be edible.
All right.
That's when you pretend that's what you meant.
10 minutes. Huh? These should go in for about 10 minutes.
Cool. Hopefully you also come out around the same time.
Yeah. And again, I apologize if I trigger anyone's G. Hey, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes, please.
Okay, 10 minutes. And we're starting now.
Oh, so you'll be finished about the same time I will then.
That's pretty neat.
Hopefully, that sounds good.
That's good. That makes sense.
It looks like I got just a little bit of rise so far.
Title your sex tape.
Oh my god.
It's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It works for everything, right?
That's my third win tonight. I'm so proud of myself.
That's what she said.
That's in the office.
We should do a naughty dessert night.
That would be interesting.
Oh.
Like edible stuff.
Edible stuff that's either reminds you of intimacy or is just downright sexy.
What is it?
Well,
what is it? Is chocolate sex? There's a dessert, and I think it's called chocolate sex. I'm afraid to Google that. I'm afraid to Google that.
Yeah, I'm afraid to too. Don't do it. Or open up an anonymous window and then do it. There's death by chocolate.
Yeah, death by chocolate is more complicated than you'd think it is.
Ah, here it is. It's sex in a pan.
I've never heard of that one.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what's in it.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm not going to ruin my beer by having milk.
There appear to be various and sundry ways to make this.
My pan just curled up, because I have a crappy pan.
Oh, no,
oh yeah, I got pans that do that. That drive me nuts. You're sitting here and all of a sudden there's that loud clank in the oven. You're like, what happened?
Ooh, that's not good. Ooh.
Hopefully they didn't inject any of their contents.
I have so many apples left. And I actually did one apple.
I can't eat whole apples because of my teeth. Most of them aren't mine anymore.
Well, this luckily is nice and soft.
That's what she said, but not luckily. Unless she doesn't like
the title of your sex tape.
It's nice and soft.
You know the fortune cookie game, right?
In bed. You put in bed after everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice and soft in bed.
In bed. You'll have great fortune in bed.
We used to do that. We used to do that in class with our science teacher because his name was Mr. Dickoff.
Oh my God.
She's been censored by the internet police.
I think so. Yeah, possibly. Something happened.
Oh no. Did I can you still hear me?
Yeah, the internet police censored you.
It glitched. It glitched a little bit. You know what commercial?
With a name.
I know. Well, it doesn't know that. And actually, YouTube, I happen to notice today on YouTube, it has a message that says, due to coronavirus, they have less personnel, so they may end up blocking content that's not actually objectionable.
Oh, Lola, we're going to wind up having to bleep that word out.
Why?
Because you can't say it on YouTube. No, I'm not even kidding.
Really?
They're demonetizing and blocking videos that actually mention the C word on it.
Even if it's part of a name?
Even if it's part of a name.
Well, you know what has got me giggling lately? They've started running commercials again for this furniture company. I don't know if y'all have this furniture company. It has the C word in it, but the first part is the word bad. Bad.
Oh.
C word.
Okay.
Have y'all heard of that?
No.
That's an actual furniture company. That is an actual furniture company. And they've been playing ads of them again. And every time I'm like, God, why can't you change your name? I know it's been like 100 years, but please change your name. It's too rough. And when I was little, it didn't bother me because I actually thought it was B-A-B, Bab. And I didn't really know what the C word was anyways when I was little. But now I realize, no, it's bad. Like bad to the bone.
Yeah.
With the C word. And I'm like, change your name, people.
So basically you're telling me that they're taking down all the Nixon documentaries, right? and a few toilet repair videos.
Yeah.
And I guess you can't refer to the hole in your barrel anymore.
No.
Is that what the hole?
Well, I've been trying to train myself to call it corolla virus.
Oh, we're not allowed to say
the CORONA.
Oh, I was still back on COCK. We're talking about the virus that's going around.
The virus itself, yeah, that's why they're actually taking videos down.
That sucks. People
seems dumb.
Yeah.
People legitimately need to talk about it. I mean, I need to talk about it. People need to talk about it.
There is a lot of clickbaity things out there. And some of it just
true.
Not true or accurate. And that's a real problem. And I could understand if they took those down, but there are legitimate reasons to say those words. And
people need to talk about it.
That's true. It's very frustrating. I've had friends on Facebook lately who have tried to link to their own blogs. Nothing to do with the C virus.
Yeah.
And they can't link to their own blogs anymore. Facebook won't let them. It says it's against our terms of service, and nobody's there to actually look at the complaint.
That's messed up. That's the reason I took my book off of Google Drive, because I'm terrified that they'll shut me down and shut down my whole Google. So I took it down, put it on a hard drive, and lost the hard drive like an American's supposed to do.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't find it. I mean, it can't be lost because it didn't leave this house, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I took my recliner out.
On more than one media.
You want to know where you'll find it?
Where?
In the very last place you look for it.
On the ceiling?
No, in the very last place you look, because then you'll find it.
Oh, that's the last place I'd look, so I wouldn't look for it anymore.
Yeah.
So I need to just keep looking for it so that place becomes more like the middle or the front, and I find it sooner.
No, Tux Ramos, we are not a fan of censorship either. It's really, really bad to do that. Having said that, I am a fan of Facebook and YouTube taking down purposely
bad information.
Things meant to inspire violence. That doesn't belong anywhere.
Well, yeah, free speech goes so far, and then you
can screw up things in an honest mistake. Yeah. But if you're saying people should die,
your free speech doesn't cover yelling bomb on an airplane.
Exactly.
It doesn't cover threats to certain people that might be in power.
Even though I want to, I don't.
Yeah, it's not really a right. It's more of a privilege, and privileges can be taken away and should be taken away. When you're not
impinging on other people's human rights.
Yeah.
Well, rights can be taken away. The right to vote is taken away if you go to prison. So.
The oven is getting awfully hot.
Surprisingly,
I've never done this at 450 before.
I don't know how that covers elected offices though. Like you may not have the right to vote, but can you still run for certain offices?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, you can, because we have actually had elected officials continue. Hey, Google, stop, please. We have had elected officials actually do their job from prison.
That's messed up.
Right.
But they've had their own rights to vote taken away.
That's messed up. That shouldn't be allowed. And you have what's his name? Blagojevich out. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to run again.
Here we go. Biscuits.
I need more time.
Blagojevich, that's it. I can't believe he's out. That little
Blagojevich.
Can't believe
that. Hey, lady. Blagojevich.
Yes.
I used to live in Illinois.
Now, I didn't ever used to hear that term blackguard, and now I'm hearing it all over the place.
I've never heard. Oh.
Fracking, I hate.
Oh, I hate that noise. I can still hear it with my headphones out.
That's the way it's designed.
Ridiculous. And now everything's floating across the kitchen, and I'm never going to get it clean.
Are you in 0G?
No, because I had to open the front door.
Oh, okay. I hate that.
I'm going to turn the oven off and take a photo of these beautiful muffins. I got to wait for these to cool off, because if I don't, we're going to die.
Don't do that, please, because I can't rescue you.
Hot apple pie filling.
Mine are so close to being done. They just need a little bit more time in the center. Still a little jiggly wiggly in there. But they did rise.
That's what she said.
Ooh.
And I still have to send my phone back to Google because the camera still isn't working.
Oh man, that
We'll
sucks.
send
But
it
it
back
means
for your
but it means
warranty
I
run.
have to be on chat with Google for like 45 minutes.
Ew, that's not fun.
And I'm gonna lose all my games.
Oh, that sucks really bad too.
Oh no, you can back your phone up. Do an Android
yeah,
backup.
That's true. That is true. I could do that.
You should do that.
But unfortunately, Homescapes will not keep your data. Even if you back your phone up, the server deletes it after you've deleted it on the phone.
No, you can do a local backup. You can download what is it? The development kit. You can download the entire contents of your phone, like in its current state,
and then put it back onto a new phone.
Yeah.
Well, Homescapes is one of those. Unfortunately, that was sold, so their server doesn't keep the active information. So even if you upload it back onto your phone, the server doesn't know where you were or if it's a real copy of the game. I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. Last time I tried it, it didn't work.
Oh, actually, Pixel has it. Pixel has it built in.
Okay, that sounds good.
If you go to,
I'll do it with. Well, it's a Pixel, so I'll do that.
Yeah, you just go to Settings,
We'll
System Advanced, and tap Backup, and it'll back up to your Google Drive.
I know that all the other games I have will work. Okay, I think these are cool enough to try whenever yours is done. And the best purchase I have made in the past 6 months was this silicone baking mat.
Neat. Okay.
I haven't had to purchase parchment in like 6 months.
That's awesome. So it acts just like parchment?
Yep.
Oh, you got a silk plat mat.
Yeah, a silk plat mat.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you go to bake cookies on one of those guys, they're wonderful. They don't burn the bottoms of your cookies.
Exactly.
And this is my hack for silk plat mats. Use paper towel roll them up, put them in. That keeps them. They're not all flopping around.
I've been wondering how to do that. I've just been keeping it flat in the drawer.
Yeah, they collect dust and dirt and everything sets on top of them when you need them. I just keep them in little tubes.
Excellent. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Did I show you my knife drawer, how it's arranged?
No.
Oh man. I should have showed you that was one of the best life hacks I think I've ever had, was the knife drawer.
Well, you can always take a photo of it later.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to straighten it back up, but it's meant to be kept organized. But I have chitlings. I'm going to call this done. I'm going to pull these guys out. They smell good. Bananas and cinnamon. That's an interesting combo. I'm going to have to think about that some more. So those are going to have to definitely be cool for a while. This was also a great purchase. The silicon muffin tin.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice because it's flexible. So once they're cool and they're set, you can just pop them right out from the bottom. You don't have to do the little circle with the knife and
like an ice tray. How you pop out ice?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Now, if you're looking for these recipes, don't worry, because we will put them online and put a link to them, as well as some random photos and such.
I've got a pretty good idea of the quantities that I used, so I think I think we can do that. It's going to be a little hard for some people to do the whole oatmeal starch conversion thing, but
it does make an interesting experiment.
Well, and I still don't know I won't know until I try one. And even then I probably still won't know because I don't know how sweet they should be. I mean,
Well,
they have
everybody likes a different amount of sweetness.
Yeah. I should have done a control. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. I'm fairly certain the enzyme worked because the oatmeal that I put in there was like soup. It wasn't, when you make oatmeal, it gets thick and goopy.
Sloppy.
Yeah, it wasn't like that anymore. It was soupy, very soupy. And that was only, I think, maybe 10, 15 minutes that sat. So
yeah. Well, those look absolutely spectacular. How much did they rise in the oven?
I filled those to the edge, so about half inch, about a half inch.
That's good. That's good.
Size.
These actually rose as pretty much as Bisquick biscuit ever does.
Yeah.
Y'all ought it.
Smells like biscuit and apple.
Oh yeah, not yet. Wait.
It's all right. We
wait
can
for
wait.
it.
We
Wait
can
for
be
it.
patient. We can be patient. There's still beer left.
I've been drinking cheap port wine.
Originally, I was going to use half a bottle of this in there to get a little extra rise out of it, but in drinking it, I'm like, no, I'm not going to waste that on muffins.
No, don't waste it on muffins.
So we made your pizza dough the other night, and it turned out really nice. I think, though, I may have screwed up on the ratio of salt, and our cheese is not acceptable.
Yeah, you got to get a good quality cheese. I'm really fond of the whole milk cheese. I mean, if you're going to get part skim, or not part skim, low moisture. If you're going to get low moisture mozzarella, I'm a fan of the whole milk. That gives you a nice buttery flavor to it.
Well, we didn't have much of a choice. We had there were some large bags for $2.50, and that's what we could afford. So that's what we got. I'd like to make my own cheese. I'd like to make my own.
Mozzarella is actually really easy to make. It's a lot of it's technique, though. And there's
one of those washable cheeses, or no?
I'm sorry, what?
Is it one of the cheeses that you wash to age?
So mozzarella is basically general cheese making 101. It's milk, it's rennet, salt, and then once you have the curd, you pull the curd out and you put it in. This is the hard part about it is you put it in, I think, 110-degree water, and it becomes stretchy. And that's where you form the balls. And you would form the ball the same way you would do with a dough ball. You kind of turn it into itself and
okay.
pinch it off, and that's how you make the dough balls. There's a good video, French guy cooking out on YouTube, Alex. He does a whole series on making his own mozzarella cheese. Even goes over to Italy, where they have some of the best mozzarella cheese you can get, the bufalato, the buffalo. Yeah.
Buffalo milk cheese.
Oh my God, that is so
delicious.
Good. You can find it here in the stores. It's like, I want to say it's like $8 for maybe a quarter or a half pound. It's pretty doggone expensive, but man, is it good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of goat milk cheese.
Oh yeah, goat milk is just loaded with fat, extra fat. And that's what tastes good to us. We like fat.
So if you like those muffins, are they gonna last until your kids get home?
My kid, well, everybody's home, so.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. They don't go to school on Saturday.
And that's what I was gonna say.
They don't go to school at all. This school's been canceled here in San Diego.
So are you gonna let them have any?
Yeah, sure. I'm certainly not going to eat them because, those need to come out set. I'm not going to eat them because they're loaded with calories.
You should have them eat them. We don't have to see them, but eat them where we can hear them, so we can get their honest opinion.
This tastes like garbage, Dad.
Well, and kids will be honest. They'll be honest.
They are a little brutal sometimes, aren't
Why
they?
do you hate us?
Actually, I started out cookie making because my son was getting very tired and cranky in the afternoons at school. So I wound up having to make him quinoa cookies, quinoa and oatmeal, just to give him an extra boost of protein and something to be in his stomach. Unfortunately, at the time he had to eat, there was no break. I had to go to the school every day to give him cookies.
What do you mean there was no break?
The children are not allowed to eat or go out unless they are on break, like on recess.
Oh, okay.
I had to go in, pull him out of class, give him his cookie, and then let him go back in.
He couldn't bring it with him in the morning?
He couldn't eat it if he did. I had to be there to pull him out of class.
To eat a cookie?
Yeah, because back then the rules were so strict. That's the way it was. It's much different now, but back then it really kind of sucked.
That's really weird. So, I mean, he couldn't just bring it with him in the morning and then eat it when he was ready?
No, not back then. Jill, I hear you. I wish I could have one of Si's muffins virtually. The nice thing is you can make these on your own.
Let's see.
I have muffins here. They're from the grocery store. They're not Si made.
I'm not worrying about calories right now. I'm not. We have a hill outside with my name on it.
You're wishing for muffins that may, turn out to be hockey pucks. You don't know.
I don't know, but they still look good.
They don't look like hockey pucks. They don't look hard.
Well, I'm gonna give my first biscuit to the guinea pig. My husband.
Uh-oh. Don't make him angry.
You wouldn't
like Jay when he's angry.
So the
He
secret.
thinks they look amazing. He hasn't fallen down dead.
Well, that's a plus. That's a plus.
Plus.
So we're not in an Agatha Christie novel. That's good to know.
Oh, I haven't thought about Agatha Christie in a long time. And you know what? We really should get back to making like food from books. That'd be great. And anime.
That'd be good.
So my knife hack is you go get some of this cork board.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in sheets. You can buy it on Amazon, eBay, whatever. It's like for sticking thumbtacks into, about a 1/4 inch thick. You get a sheet of that and you cut it into squares. And then you line the back of your drawer with the squares, and your knives go in there between the squares, thusly.
Interesting.
I got tired of reaching in the drawer and not knowing which way the knives were pointing.
Yeah.
And getting stuck every now and again. So I've got all the knives and they all sit. This is in the back of the drawer, and even the long knives, they all set with their handles and they're upright so that when you take them out, you've got
Excalibur.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Oh, well, my husband likes it.
Size knife hack.
Is there enough filling in there?
Maybe a little more, but
Yeah, they really do puff up.
they do.
Well, I can see. I'm lucky. I only have 2 knives, and then I have a bunch of butter knives.
You only have 2 knives,
and that's pretty much it.
Oh my.
And then butter knives. I know. I have a lack of steak knives and other knives that I really need.
Knives for everything. This is actually a nice paring knife, fillet knife. I love this knife, but it's good for a lot of other things, and that's what I'm going to use to cut into this muffin.
So here we go. These are the biscuits with the filling in them. They're nice and cool now to handle, although they're still a bit warm.
So we did get a little bit of a crumb. It's they probably could have done with a little bit more time in the oven. They're quite moist. Would you like to try this magical?
Can you hold one up?
Let's see.
What's in it?
That's pretty good.
Angle. There we go. Angle.
Pretty good.
Perfect. All right, Zai.
All right.
I see guinea pigs
Tell
there.
me how good or how bad or would you go out of your way to buy that?
It's muffin.
It's a muffin. Okay. Well, first criteria is a sweet
What is that kind of soft?
banana.
Oh, yeah. I would eat this if I'm diabetic.
No, you probably wouldn't because the bananas. It actually has converted sugars in it.
So it's not even good for diabetics.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
That's not good.
Yeah,
So it's what she considers diabetic food.
That's good.
But it's not diabetic food.
Not.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
Maybe
It needs more. One, it needs more banana.
no, I should have used banana. Banana makes it so. No. I should have used like blueberry or
No,
blueberries.
it was going for sweet.
Yeah, I know blueberry is sweet.
Mm.
Darky.
I don't
So
know.
how sweet is it on the scale of 1 to 10?
It's muffin sweet. It doesn't meet cake criteria where it's just sugary sweet. It's muffin sweet. This is
Muffin.
this is like it's like a banana nut muffin, but it really could have benefited from a second banana. But we only had
Not
one.
sweet.
Huh?
Not sweet.
It's not super sweet.
No.
There's some sweetness to it though. I definitely get the banana. There's some sweetness from the banana.
Yeah.
It's very moist.
Banana.
The moist is good. You can work with the sugar level as long as it as moist as a muffin should be. Dry is deadly.
Yeah, this is definitely not a dry muffin. It's
Good, dry is
very,
bad.
very moist. And there were still chunks of banana, so like you see, you've got a little squishage, banana squishage in there. That's actually really good. The banana spot's really good. They should have put more chocolate. It was the hint or the suggestion of chocolate. It should have been just a little bit more chocolate. But I'd eat this.
So would you try the beer?
Huh?
Would you try the beer in it? The chocolate beta?
I'm gonna find out. Hold on.
I'll eat it too with peanut butter. Butter.
Oh, yeah. I totally should have put that in. Damn it.
Oh, peanut butter. That's an excellent idea.
Oh, I thought about peanut butter because peanut butter banana, peanut butter chocolate, peanut butter walnut. I think those things would all go together. But then I was thinking, orange bitter is probably not going to go with the peanut butter. Vanilla would have been okay. Cinnamon probably would have been okay. I just had to swap out peanut butter for the orange. I should have put more orange bitters. I don't get the orange at all. It's completely gone.
Can you come in a bit? Please.
Oh, she's going for the peanut butter.
Peanut butter spread is good. Yeah, I wish I had butter for these biscuits. I needed either a little more filling or like a little bit of butter on them.
Yeah, butter would work on this. Nutella would be good on this.
That's good.
There.
Peanut butter? Yeah, sure. Still needs more chocolate. I don't care. I like chocolate. Chocolate would have done it, but it is sweet. I didn't actually use any sugar. I think I did it. I think you did it as well. I think we both have successful recipes. They definitely are edible. So.
And Jill says nut, and I think that's a lemon.
Nut lemon? Lemon nut?
Well, nut and fruit. I'm going to call it fruit. Nut and fruit are her favorite type of muffin.
That would be good.
Yeah. I think both these recipes, I agree, both these recipes were a real success. Bisquick is really easy to get right now here in Coos Bay and the Coos Bay area. If you can't find flour, pick up a box of Bisquick, and you don't have to worry about the baking soda.
Yeah, it's Bisquick is essentially self-rising flour with a little bit of added sweetness and oil, and which most of your recipes, when you're making something like a cookie or a cake, you're gonna be adding that.
Oh, yep, it was lemon. Nut and lemon.
Oh, like lemon poppy seed.
Yeah.
That would be very good.
That'd be very good.
I used to love lemon poppy seed, and then I found out that, well, this was eons ago when I actually was drug tested, but I found out that poppy seeds will actually get you to pop for opiates on your drug test.
Now, I found that out from Seinfeld 25 years ago.
Really, I didn't find it out from Seinfeld. I found it out from the Navy when they told me 6 weeks in advance, don't eat any poppy seeds.
Yeah, no,
wow.
No bagels, no.
Yeah.
See, and there was my backup Chocovesa that I was going to use.
Look at you.
But now that I did use it, I'm going to actually use it.
That's a good idea.
Drink it.
This one's circa 2016.
Ooh, good vintage.
That's the last of the Chocovesas that I have in the back catalog. I'm going to have to buy some more this year and start restocking.
Splash for the recipe, splash for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think this has been really great, and this would be fun to do again. Would you like to do it again, Sai and Lola?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I'd be down to doing some. Who's it on? Who's it on to think of a challenge?
You picked. I picked.
Now it's
Lola's going to have to decide what we do next.
Viewer's choice.
Viewer's choice. That's true.
Let's do viewer's choice.
Viewer's choice. So you guys let us know what you'd like us to cook, what your restrictions are, and please be aware, if we're still in the C word virus land, our ability to get ingredients may be hampered, and we may have to improvise.
We may have to use dirt.
If we're I like to call it Covina lockdown.
Covina lockdown.
Yes.
No C word.
But I liked Covina. It was
Yeah.
nice. I lived in West Covina.
Oh, okay.
I think that's going to do for us for today. If you guys would like to find us, you can find us on Twitter at BeeryGE. You can always find us pretty much anywhere you search for Beery Good Entertainment, SoundCloud, your favorite podcatcher, YouTube. And also you can go to lindatepler.com and you can look for the blog. You can look for the podcast button. I'm so used to advertising my blog now.
I know. It's okay.
Well, guys, I hope this has been fun for you. It's been fun for us, and we definitely have some eating to do. I hope you guys have a really great day, and I hope you guys have a really great beer.
Cheers.